I'd like to call to order the Hatfield Township Board of Commissioners Workshop Meeting for September 10, 2025. Roll call.
Sorry, I was jumping the gun. President Zipfo.
Here.
Vice President Rogers.
Here.
Commissioner Andrus.
Here.
Commissioner Lestracco.
Here.
Commissioner Partha.
Here.
I would like to ask Commissioner Partha to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance this evening.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right. Is there a motion for approval of tonight's agenda?
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Andrus, second by Commissioner Lestracco. Any questions or comments about the agenda before us? Hearing none, I'll call the question. All in favor of approving tonight's agenda, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Hearing none, we can move ahead with this agenda. Citizens' comments. Are there any citizens' comments on agenda items only? All right, we're going to go right to our consent items, which they're brief. So is there a motion to enter into the record the consent items that are listed in the agenda?
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Lestracco, second by Commissioner Andrus. Those items include the police report for the month of August and the VMSC monthly report for the month of August. With that, any questions or comments? Hearing none, I'll call the question. All in favor of moving those into the record, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Hearing none, those are approved as well. All right, we have Karen D'Angelo, who's the Executive Director of the Montgomery County Library, who's going to give us a presentation. Karen, I want to reassure you there's not a lot of people in the room, but we get a lot of visibility because we are on television. And they sometimes I hear they put us on a loop. So we are regularly played, and people watch us during the day and the evenings, and then those people who have difficulty sleeping watch us late at night.
Excellent. And there we are. All right, I am Karen D'Angelo. I am the Executive Director of the Montgomery County Town Library. And what you probably need more information than you need about me, I was a children's librarian or a director in Saratoga County, upstate New York, until 2017, when I moved here to be the district consultant librarian. And coincidentally, my first grandchild was born in 2017 in Royersford. So that's why I'm here originally, and then I became the director when Kathy Arnold Yerger retired in 2021. So 4.5 years now. And the library is connected to the world, committed to the community, and inclusive of all. So a little bit about the library. It was founded in 1794 by 90 families. It was a subscription library. And one of the signers of the Declaration of Independence was also the person who signed our first charter. All right, 1962 is the next piece that I want to talk about because it gives you a little bit of the history. That is when the first code was rewritten, the one that we follow for library law. And that was 1962. And that was when we became the district center library for Montgomery County. Now what they did, and here's more history than you wanted either, what they did was they split the state, the Commonwealth, into 29 districts. And they identified one strong district library for each area. They did it by population, so some districts are 11 counties, and ours is 1, Montgomery County. So what they did was they said, okay, how are we going to give the municipalities independence and control over their libraries, and at the same time encourage them, incentivize them to support those libraries. And so the library, and make rules to follow that were basic standards, like you have to have a sign out in front of the library building that says it's a library. That's in the law. You also have to have certain services that you provide. You have to share with other libraries, and you have to let anyone in the Commonwealth use your library services. They need to be able to use their books. They don't have to be able to use your other services like Libby and Overdrive and bespoke things that we offer. But they do require that your municipalities provide something. So it was to say, okay, if you provide something to the library that supports you, who is in your service area, then we will continue to give those libraries state aid. All right, so then they also said that every library who has community members in their service area, so your community members, we have to spend $5 if you are in our service area per person in your community. And that is the responsibility of the library in your service area. Now, the way they broke up the service areas was really simple. They said, if there's a brick and mortar library in your municipality, that's yours. If there isn't a brick and mortar library in your municipality, the service area goes to the Montgomery County Norristown Public Library as the district center library. So there's your context for why Hatfield is under the purview of the Montgomery County Norristown Public Library, and we happily and generously support and serve every single member of your community. All right, we have bookmobiles. We have 3 bookmobiles. One comes, and you've got your schedule there to a couple of your areas, and we'll hit that in a minute. And we also have the Books Go Round, which goes to Head Starts, First Start. I'm gonna get it wrong. All the Head Starts and many daycares. And they also go to, the Words on Wheels goes to senior centers throughout the county. And then the general purpose bookmobile comes to 2 of your locations. Let's see. We are the 3rd largest library district in Pennsylvania. We serve 875,000 residents. We have 34 unique locations, 4 delivery vans that bring materials among all of the libraries every single day, 3 bookmobile, and we also offer books by mail, and you've got a little flyer about that there too. For people who are homebound, they can request books, we send them in the mail, they put them back in the mail and come back, and you do it all over again. We are very excited. Now, I don't know if you guys know this, but the Norristown 1001 Powell Street location, the building is owned by the county. The contents of the library are owned by the 501c3 that is the Montgomery County Norristown Public Library. We also have 4 branches, one in Conshohocken, one in Royersford, one in Perkiomen Valley, and one in Upper Perkiomen Valley. All right. So the county has committed to completely renovating the 1001 Powell Street location. So in July, we moved out. We are now at 1700 Markley Street, behind around the right from the DMV on Markley Street. Everybody know where that is? Okay. So we're around to the right there. We're going to live there for 3 years. We moved 450,000 books, lots of people, and lots of materials, and it was lots of fun, or not. So the new library, when they come back, and they are telling me December 2027, but I am telling you probably 2028. Let's just be realistic here. Sometime in 2028, hopefully, they will be moving us back in, and we will also be sharing space in that building with CareerLink, which is a great partner for a public library. So we are going to have lifelong learning, space for community partners, collaboration, outreach. This is the current library, what it looks like right now. Are you ready? This is the really fun reveal part. That is what it's going to look like. What it looks like now, whoopsie, and what it's going to look like.
Wow.
It is going to have community meeting spaces. It's going to have 12 to 15 small meeting rooms where people can come in and do speech therapy, where somebody can come in and apply for a job, do an interview. People can meet, if you work from home, you can meet with a client there. And we're going to have an esports room, a makerspace. Does everybody know what a makerspace is? It is a room that has things like 3D printers where people can learn how to make the different things that one makes on a 3D printer, which they've done all the way up to medical equipment now. It's going to have places for art. It's going to have places for people to learn how to use Photoshop, skill building, STEM, STEAM, all of those things. We're going to have an esports room and computer classrooms. The esports room will be a fully functional place where teens can come and Adults can come and do esports competitions and practice. We're going to have recording studios. We're going to have a demonstration kitchen where people can come and learn how to make things, but where people can also come and learn about nutrition and healthy cooking and all sorts of fun things. Roof deck. There's going to be a rooftop garden. Our roofs are flat, and one of them is going to be turned into a rooftop garden because if you've ever been down there, there isn't any place for people to be outside and safe at the library. So that's one of the things I'm really excited about. Local area history collection. The downstairs, you'll walk in and it'll be, I don't think we have a picture of it, we don't. You'll walk in downstairs and you'll go to the children's department and the babies will be over to the right. And as you move through the library, and it's an 80,000 square foot building, so it's big. As you move through the library downstairs, you will go from birth all the way up through teens and young adults, and with spaces for them to learn and grow and be in a safe space. All right, 5 E's of libraries: education, employment, entrepreneurship, empowerment, engagement for everyone, everywhere. We offer childhood literacy programs, early learning. We're a family place library where you can come with your children, birth to 5, and learn how to help them learn literacy, whether it is playing with blocks, whether it is teaching a little kitchen, playing, learning, growing, lots of books, of course, and board books, but also where you can come to programs that someone comes in and talks about nutrition for children. Someone comes in and talks about how you help children with new siblings. All of the different, how you connect with services if you need services. All right, career and workforce development, which is why we're really excited about CareerLink. The literacies are the health literacy, science literacy, financial literacy, civic and social literacy, all of the different things that you can learn in a library. Libraries are, if you think about it, the only place left where anyone can come, they can spend the day, nobody expects them to spend money. They're in a safe, warm, or cool space if that is what they need. Libraries are the only place left where you can do that, where nobody expects anything of you except that you follow our policies and learn and grow and enjoy. We offer reference and online services. These are the things that are available to every single one of your community members every single day, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. There's the CareerLink, but there's also MyHeritage, where people can learn genealogy, because that's something people are really into. The audiobooks, the ebooks, those are things that you can reach without having to be in a library. All you need to do is be near a computer, or your phone, or your tablet. Bookmobiles and outreach, we talked about them a little bit earlier. There's the Words on Wheels, the Bookmobile. They're extremely popular and a lot of fun. Have any of you ever been on a bookmobile? I invite you to come join and climb on one. Hatfield, here you go, the parts that are for you and about you. Bookmobile stops, Snyder Square Shopping Center every Tuesday, 12 to 6. Ralph's Corner every other Saturday, 10 to 3:30. The books go round goes to one classroom in Hatfield. And we have 2,211 patrons who checked out 15,244 items, and we have 2 people in your municipality who use books by mail. Your contribution to us is $8,000. We encourage $1 to $2 per person, since we do spend $5 per person. All right. Here are the things that we would like to partner with you on. For example, fostering your workforce, supporting your economy, empowering your individuals who live here, and helping you to create a cohesive community. If one of the things that you ask yourselves, and you may about to be asked me, what could we do besides a bookmobile stop? Is it possible to have a pop-up library? Is it possible to have us come and do programming? Is there a space where a room where you'd like us to have somebody come a couple, once a week and provide books and materials and programs for your little ones? Book discussion groups. If that's something you want to talk about, let's talk about it. Thank you so much for supporting us. I didn't want to take up a whole lot of your time, but I did want to give you an opportunity to ask me any questions that you might have. There we go. We'll just leave that one up there. So, what have you got for me? Hit me.
I have a question.
Yes.
What are some community things that you would do in a township that doesn't have its own library? Like, what are some of the programs that you said for little kids, which I love?
Yep, we can do
what
story
I do.
times. We can try to figure out if we can bring the BGR, if you have more places that would like us to come, or if you want us to come here to do the story times and have people check out materials. We could also do something like, you'd need a room, you'd need a space for us. I don't know if you have an extra room here, but you'd need a space for us, and we would need to staff it. So those are the things you need to think about. Because they all have a cost. But we could do that. You could have a book discussion group. You can have somebody who comes in and talks about local author visits. So many, all of the things that we can do at our library, we can do here.
Thank you.
Yep.
So the 8,000 is, we put that into our budget each year.
Correct.
So this is a very good time because for you to be here, maybe that was by design.
It was.
Okay. Well, then I was thinking, gosh, she's lucky that she came here just at the middle of September.
We send,
Such good
we
timing.
we send a letter out every August, early September to all of our municipalities
Very
and
wise.
say, hey, would you like us to come talk to you? And hey, please don't forget about us next year.
Got it. Very wise, very wise. So that's what I was going to say. If you didn't realize it, that we're about to start our budgeting process. And I think you just said typically you're looking for $1 to $2 per resident.
Getting up to $1, how many do you have? You have, I knew that.
I'll say roughly 19,000.
19,000. So if you could work towards $1 per person, like, as I said, we do provide $5 per person. And that's what helps pay for all of those different databases and Libby books and the programs and the bookmobile and all of those wonderful things.
Right.
And the people, mostly the people.
You have on this chart that local government gives 4%, or we give 8,000. Montgomery County contribution, 52%, is comprised of taxes that community residents pay to county, correct?
Correct.
Right. Thank you.
And that helps us to provide complete services to everyone in the county.
Do you do bookmobile and during the winter months as well?
Yes, the one bookmobile that comes to the 2 stops does it year-round.
So they're outside, right outside, or
Yep.
really?
Now, one of the things that can help with that is where the location is. If it's possible to have a dedicated power supply that we can plug into rather than running the diesel engine all day,
Right.
that's a wonderful one-time big expense well, it's not even that big, to create that. And there you go.
Okay.
Karen, I have one question. I'm just curious, Karen.
Yes.
When residents check out books electronically through some of those
Through
platforms,
Libby, yep.
can those then go on a Kindle platform?
Yeah, absolutely.
Excellent.
Yep.
All right, thank you. Gotta stop buying books.
I was going to
You're
say,
right.
I think you just got a customer there.
It's both audiobooks and
wow.
and ebooks, and it's a fantastic thing. You can have up to 5 at a time, 10 at a time, and just return them. And there's no fines, no fees. It's just automatic. They go back when you run out of time. You can ask for it again.
Great.
Anybody else?
Huh? Any other questions?
So one thing is, sometimes I heard that earlier the Philadelphia Library was partnered with lynda.com, something like that, for online learning portal.
That would, wait, let me go back to it here. Oops, this one. All right, so Metrics Learning is a database that has all the different things that you would want for continuing education type things, for how to write a resume, for how to do a job interview. All of those types of things are in the Metrics Learning
Okay.
database.
So another question is like, of course, like this is a good initiative. Like we have like mobile one. Do you guys ever tried like engaging more community people, like reach out to temple church or something like to reach out to them, and so that they can have people a session like what you offering in here.
We would love to do that. We're certainly, we're looking for partnerships. We're looking for ways that we can help serve your communities wherever they are. So that's absolutely something that we can talk about and see how we can figure out. A lot of that is asking you to help us make the connections.
Yeah, sure. Sounds good.
You know your community best. You're the best people to say, you know what, you really need to talk to this group over here because they really need your services. They've been saying they need somebody to come and do whatever. And we will find a way to work and talk about it.
Sounds good. Thank you. We'll keep in touch.
All right. Any other questions? Residents, any questions? No? Yes,
Yeah.
Ryan.
I'm actually on the board of the Lansdale Library.
Yep.
But I live in Hatfield, and I think this is wonderful that you're here tonight, and I think it's wonderful that you're presenting ideas to bring to the community. I was growing up here, I was always kind of trapped between Lansdale and Indian Valley.
Yep.
Really, to get to those places was just a little bit of a distance to me as a kid. So, having something that would fit in the township with services like this would be fantastic.
Yep. And the bookmobiles, did you use those?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, right. Yay. Okay. Fantastic.
We have to help you with the service.
Yeah, that would be great. One of the things that has come to my attention, and you probably know, is that some of the libraries near here have said, well, our people, your people use our libraries too. Why don't you give us money? And part of the answer is to that is that we provide services to those libraries. Our bookmobile, not our bookmobile, well, they do too, but our delivery service goes to those libraries every day. All of these things are available to them. And congratulations, Lansdale, on becoming state aided. Lansdale, Mindy's been doing a fantastic job of working that through. And that was actually one of the service areas, because they were not state aided, was a Montgomery County Norristown Public Library service area. We have returned it.
Yeah, it got very muddy and confusing.
Yep, so that's fantastic. Anybody else?
No, it's a good night, though. You got a volunteer, a customer, and then we're starting our budget process.
There we go.
For a small group, I think this was a very productive evening for you, Karen.
It is,
Yeah,
and I wore my book dress, one of an embarrassing
Just
number of
realized
book
it.
dresses, but
Yep,
yes,
just realized it.
there are
Yep,
books
yep,
all over my dress.
Yep.
In fact, when Aaron saw me yesterday, I had a different one on that had children's book characters all over it because I was going to the zoo to do volunteering there for Matt Bradford's event.
Nice, nice. All right.
All right, thank you so much. Thank you for
very
having
much.
me.
Yeah, thank you for coming out. We really
And
appreciate
Aaron,
it.
thank you for getting me here so fast. We
Sure.
reached out last week.
We move quickly here. Thanks for coming.
All right, thanks again. All right, not nearly as exciting. We're going to go through our committee reports. First is Planning and Zoning Committee, Vice President Rogers, but Aaron, I think you've got this first one, right?
I think actually.
Unless Bob can-
So Bob's on the phone, but I think Brian's going to walk us through this one, if
Oh,
that's
okay.
okay with you, Vice President?
Sure.
That's fine.
Good.
Okay, so as is the case, occasionally we have projects that we are certifying as complete and recommending that they start the maintenance period. The Bexley subdivision over on Holly Lane is finished and ready to go into maintenance. We've been working with the solicitor's office, and there will be a resolution for the next meeting to basically have the board certify it as complete and move into maintenance.
All right.
Pretty
So-
straightforward, pretty kind of boring, but yeah, that's where we're at.
All right. So what's the next action?
Next action will be at the next meeting.
Next meeting.
There will be a resolution for the board. You will vote to certify, well, we've certified that the project is complete. You will vote to accept it as complete and start the maintenance period.
All right, sounds good. Bob, if you can hear me, anything else under Planning and Zoning Committee?
Nope, that's it for tonight. Thank you.
Okay. All right, Public Works Committee.
Thanks, Mr. President. I just have a quick update for the board and the community on this subject. It is a sign of fall. We have our annual community-wide leaf pickup collection that will happen in the weeks of November 3rd, 17th, and December 1. Just a reminder to everybody that you'll need to have your biodegradable bags full of leaves at the curb on Monday morning, and our contractor, JP Mascaro, will be around at some point throughout that week. We don't have any designated zones. They are obligated to pick up every household at some point of that week. So the safest move is to have everything out at the curb on Monday morning to ensure that you're picked up. But we will promote, we do this program every year, and we will promote this through all of our social media channels to make sure everyone is aware that that is coming up. That's all, Mr. President.
Okay, we're moving right along to Parks and Recreation Committee. Commissioner Lestracco.
Okay, and to piggyback on cleanup, currently tonight there's a group of volunteers who are cleaning up some of our parks. Tonight, School Road Park and I think Frick's Trail, so thank you to those volunteers who are cleaning up tonight. So first I'm going to just talk about Fall Fitness, which is coming up. The session for Fall Zumba will begin October 26th to December 14th, and that's considered session 2. So we will have, and there won't be any class on November 2nd or November 23rd. And that's 6-week session, $60 per person, per session. And then Fall Remix, that's going to be Mondays, 7 p.m. That's October 27th to December 15th. No class again on, there'll be no class on November 3rd or November 24th. And I forgot to say for Fall Zumba, that's Sundays at 9 a.m. And then for Fall Yoga, we have that on Thursdays, 7 p.m., and that will be running from October 30th to December 18th, with no class on November 6th or November 27th, or 28th. November 28th, there also will be no class. Those are all $60 per person per session. Also, we have, seminar coming up next Thursday, and the seminar will be about Medicare options. That will be here at the Township Building at 6:30 p.m. And if you'd like to register for anything, that's at hatfield.org. We also have some really fun events coming up. Our annual Rocktoberfest will be Saturday, October 4th. That'll be from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. And on the same day, there will be the Rocktoberfest 5K, and that will be at 10:30 a.m., and that will start here at the Township Building. If you'd like to sign up for that, you will go to www.runtheday.com. Runtheday is one word.com. For our Mini Monster Halloween event, that will be Friday, October 17th from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m., and that's at School Road Park. There's going to be tons of really fun things for families and kids especially, and so please wear your favorite Halloween costume. Thank you so much, President Ziffel.
All right. Well, Park and Rec, summer's over and we still have a lot of Park and Rec going on, so that's
Yes.
great. All right, Public Safety Committee, Commissioner Partha.
Thank you, Mr. President. So most of all already know this. There was a devastating fire at the Hatfield Village apartment on August 28. Thanks to the heroic effort for our local emergency responder, there was no injuries at the property, and the property damage much less than it could be happen. And the volunteer firefighters and the police department were both on the scene at less than 4 minutes. And thank you, volunteers, firefighter, and the police department. This strategy reinforces what we already know. The Hatfield community is a special place for both live and serve. The Commissioner will be inviting the emergency service providers, American Red Cross, and members of the community who helped this resident rebuild to our next meeting on September 24th at 7 p.m. to be recognized as Hatfield heroes. And thank you all for everyone to do their best. Thank you, Mr. President.
All right, great. Good report, especially that we're going to have the emergency services here. Okay, Finance Committee, Commissioner Andrus.
Thank you very much. As we do each September, as required by the state to kick off our budget season, the board has to publicly approve the employee pensions obligations for the following year. According to the township's actuary, next year's obligations will be
Put your thing on.
Next year's obligations will be a slight increase of 1%. That puts the total contribution at $979,812, up from $968,762 this year. This covers the entire police department and all non-uniformed employees hired before 2013. The township's pension funds are both funded at over 80% and fluctuates throughout the year depending on how the investment portfolio performs. There's a comprehensive valuation performed every 2 years by the actuary to determine the funds needed. This year's valuation is not completely finished. If the results are favorable, we are able to amend the township's contribution before they are due next year. We're hoping the performance of the investment portfolio for the past year is good for us, so we're hoping. So keep our fingers crossed. As I think Aaron mentioned earlier, there'll be a public budget workshop meeting on October 15th at 6:30 p.m. If you have any interest in joining, please come. Thank you.
All right, we have our township manager's report. Aaron.
Thank you, Mr. President. I think Commissioner Andrews saw the,
He
saw the
stole
future.
Yeah, he did.
But-
Stole your thunder. Oh, there it is.
That's fine, though. It's good to mention twice. Like we do every year, we have a public budget workshop, usually in mid-October, and it clearly will be in this room, open to the public, and not only budget, but we'll talk goals for 2026, and we'll kick around some ideas with the commissioners, and any of the residents are welcome. Mr. President Zifo was at a pickleball plaque ceremony this past weekend, and the budget workshop's a great example of how that can be very effective for when residents show up and participate. That was years ago, a decade ago, was the first time we heard of pickleball, and then we put in courts, and then more courts, and then more courts, and they're packed every day. But that's just one small example of come and participate, tell us some of the things you're interested in, and we do the best we can to incorporate that into the following budget. So we will do that here in mid-October. Come on out. Just one other item, a quick preview of our Hatfield Township newsletter for the residents. This should be in your mailbox in the next week or so. A great addition, a lot of good articles. We have an article featuring the new North Penn Water director and that transition, featuring a local family as well for all of their athletic achievements, and recap of the Junior Police Academy, which Chief and his team do such a great job, and also featuring the Clemens Park expansion that the commissioners were able to do this year, and showcase that event that we all attended and participated in a few months ago. So hopefully everyone enjoys. There's also a kids' corner. That's for Chief to stay occupied throughout the day, and others. But we did get a lot of feedback. This is only the second time we've done the kids' corner, but we heard from a lot of residents and their kids, and they sent us pictures of their kids going through and doing the word searches and other things, and we're going to try to expand that so they will send things back to us in contests and at winners. It's a good way just to make sure people are opening this. There's a lot of good information and a good opportunity for us to communicate and educate our residents. So look forward to that, and that's all I have. We just had a meeting a week or two ago, so not a lengthy update. We'll have more to come. That's all,
Okay.
Mr. President.
All right, sounds good. That ribbon cutting was quite a night. That was we were hopeful that we were going to get a couple of dozen or more people, and maybe it's an exaggeration. I don't think so. Somebody gave me, first they said it was 2,000. I don't think there's 2,000 people, but I'll go with 1,000 because at least few people said they thought it was 1,000 people. But that was probably our biggest event in Hatfield, especially the largest ribbon cutting ceremony, and it was just extraordinary. And what just a great family and a tribute to Logan. And there isn't a kid who goes there who doesn't want to. They all their biggest problem for parents is getting their kid off the playground and leaving. So you did a good job when kids are complaining that they don't want to go home. So well done, staff, all of you. All right, solicitor's report.
Thank you, Mr. President. I'll keep mine brief. We have nothing to report this evening.
All right, that's always good to hear from your lawyer. Citizens' comments. Any citizens' comments?
Just one comment. The Medicare seminar that they present here is very good for those that are close to retirement or near retirement. I was here a couple years ago. They put on a nice show, and it's very informative. So if you have an interest, it's something that you might want to participate in.
All right, that's good. All right, one last thing, I'm going to echo Commissioner Partha. Reminder, next meeting, September 24th, is that right,
Yes.
Commissioner Partha?
September 24th.
Recognizing the emergency services for all the work they did at the after the Hatfield Village fire, during the fire, and then all of the different private entities as well that were extraordinary. Everything from local businesses to the Red Cross. We're going to try and get as many of them here as we can to say thank you. Significant matter, significant issue, and they really did extraordinary work. So that's just our way of a gentle, or hopefully a nice way of saying thank you for everything that they've done for us. So with that, unless there's anything else? No? Then I will entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Motion by Commissioner Partha, second by Commissioner Andrus. Any questions or comments? Hearing none, I'll call the question. All in favor of adjournment, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Hearing none, we're adjourned. Thanks for coming out, folks.